What is a cover letter? Well, a cover letter is something that you put together in order to let somebody know what to be expecting. We often see cover letters used when you apply for a job. Dear CEO, please hire me. Usually a cover letter includes a few special things. It does look like a letter, so it should have salutations, dear so-and-so. There should also be a date. And then there's usually some kind of information. Hey, here's what I've got going on. Love to hear back from you. Sincerely. We also use an ending salutation. Dr. Ricky. Sign off on your letter. It's still a formal thing. So in our case, we are using a cover letter to the editor. Why to the editor? Well, we can look at all the work we're doing this quarter, all these papers we're writing, as contributing to a larger collection. I'm going to call our collection the Journal of Interdisciplinary Studies on Connecting Digitally. Now, you've probably noticed with many of the articles that you've read, they come from the journal of such and such. You are contributing with your paper to the collection. Our class's work becomes part of the collection. Now, the thing is, somebody has to be in charge of this collection. That's the editor usually. In this case, that's me, Dr. Ricky. I am the curator of all the work to put together a collection. So you need to write me a letter. Why do you need to write me a letter? Well, you need to do some reflection. You need to think about what you learned this quarter. You also need to think about the kinds of revisions you made and the kinds of changes you made. Why do I care about reflection? Well, I want to know what you learned. And part of our process, our writing process, includes thinking about what we learn through the writing process. So, part of your letter should address what you learned through the writing process. The other thing I want to know is what kind of revisions did you make? What choices were important to you? Why? Well, because you had some feedback from people, classmates, professor, maybe even somebody at the TLC, writing consultant. So you had to do something with that feedback. And I want to know what decisions you made about the feedback. It's your paper, so you can do what you want. But I want to understand your rationale. Why? Because, well, I want to know that you gave some thoughtful attention to the revisions you made. And two, I want to know that you know the topic well enough to be able to say why it is you made the revisions you did or why you didn't make some revisions. If you chose to ignore some feedback because you didn't agree with it, that's fine. But you need to tell me why so that I can agree with you and say, yes, your final paper, the way it stands, that's the way to go. Now, this is a common thing in a professional writing situation. You're going to find yourself in jobs where you have to write some sort of cover letter. You need to tell the person who you're sending your report to about the decisions you made. You're trying to basically justify or explain to the person who's putting all the work together why your work matters and why your work represents a finished product. Now, the reason a cover letter is also really helpful is most work is never really finished. We could work on this essay and this article forever, But at this point, you need to make a decision to stop. Sorry, I wrote what your work represents. Let's call it why. Why your work represents a finished product. So let us know why it's done for now. This also helps us to understand that there may be lots of changes you can make, or you can go other directions, and that's okay. You don't have to go other directions right now. You're done for now. So the cover letter lets us know you are done for now. And it also lets us know what you learned, it lets us know about your writing process. It often says a little bit about the strengths of the paper. It may say a little bit about the weaknesses or the limitations. Those are common things in a cover letter. In order to tell us a little bit about your writing process and what you learned, you may want to spend a little bit of time using some specific examples. So we did a bunch of things this quarter. We did some workshops. You did seminars. You gave feedback to people. You responded to seminars. You wrote responses. You had a consultation during a writing conference or multiple writing conferences. And then there was the whole process of just researching and the process of writing. So spend a little time, think about the specifics. What specifics did you find helped you to get to the end? And share it with the editor in your letter. I look forward to hearing from you. And I look forward to putting your collection of works together and making a final collection that we can all be really proud of for the quarter. All right. Look forward to seeing it.